Knowledge. The word might make you think of books, schools, universities, or laboratories. And in academic settings, some knowledge reigns supreme. Those who have the right sort of knowledge are those who write papers and have complicated, abstract discussions with each other. It is assumed that in an academic setting, this abstract form of knowing has the most value. This needs to be challenged. The questions who knows what and who knows how much depend on many factors and privileges, for instance money, but also because of heritage, gender, or disability. The ones who get to produce knowledge in an academic setting, and who get to be listened to, are often those who follow traditional patterns of knowing. There is a cultural bias in academic settings on who can participate and who cannot. This unfair treatment surrounding knowledge and who gets to produce it is called epistemic injustice. You can see this cultural bias in language. Having an intellectual disability suggests you cannot be part of academic research. A learning disability implies that your education will suffer. As such, many people think that people with intellectual or learning disabilities cannot be academics. Epistemic injustice has led to people with intellectual or learning disabilities being left out of higher education. Often, these people are researched, but not researchers. They are not listened to, or their opinion and knowledge is not heard. We can challenge the traditional ways of abstract, verbal knowing by looking at other, non-traditional types of knowing. Practical, hands-on, and emotional ways of knowing. These are often undermined, as someone does not need to read books to learn these forms of knowing. For people with intellectual disabilities to be able to gain recognition as real knowers within academia, academics must accept different ways of knowing and create inclusive academic practices. Currently, there are too few methods on how to interpret and talk about non-traditional knowledge. To solve this problem, we should bring in the experts. Inclusive research, and teaching academics how to include others in their conversations, can reduce epistemic injustice in academia. By creating space for inclusive research and education, universities can serve as a link between colleagues with experiential knowledge and mainstream academics.